Hey guys, this is John in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'm shooting this video here. It's going to be the first in a series of videos that's going to explain to you the difference between having a good website on the internet and a bad website on the internet. Now, most businesses, I think in today's day and age, need to have a website. Most people are online. Facebook's exploding. More and more people that have never been online before are coming online. And when somebody is typically looking for something in their local area, they're going to the phone book a lot less, and they're going to Google and Yahoo a lot more. It's estimated that 60 to 70% of people now search online for local businesses, and if you're not getting in front of the traffic that's already there, then you're really missing out. And what I mean by that is, if you go into Google's AdWords tool, they have a keyword tool that you can type in specific phrases and see what the search volume is for that phrase in any one given month. So I've just picked two phrases here: used cars Lancaster, PA, and used cars Manheim, PA. Now there's different search criteria. All right, if you're going to use this tool, type it in. Now broad match is very broad. It means that anyone can type in any portion of this and into Google, and that's not really the best judge of how many people are actually searching for that keyword phrase. The best judge is called exact match. If you go to exact, it means that they have to type in this exact phrase exactly like it is, okay? And that's how many people search for that exact phrase. So for used cars in Lancaster, you see in August, 1,600 people searched for that phrase. Also, used cars in Lancaster, PA, there was another 320. So there's around 2,000 people looking last month for a used car in the area. Now, however, used cars in Manheim, there's not enough data, which means it's extremely low, so low that Google doesn't even have the data for you. So with this in mind, you can see that there's a big difference between getting out in front of this keyword as opposed to this keyword, and it could mean a huge bottom line for your business to getting out into 1,600 in front of 1,600 people that are already searching. This volume is already here. These are already people that are looking. So I'm going to show you a sample of what I'm talking about, try to explain it a little bit more in depth because I'm a visual person, and I think that this is the best way to show you is visually. So we have a car company here called Manheim Car King. They have a very nice website. It's very easy to navigate. I've been on their site a few times. And if you go ahead and you type used cars Manheim, PA and hit search on Google, Manheim Car King is in the #1 position. Great for them. If you're a business owner, this might look like an attractive thing to you. However, there's nobody searching for it, so to be in the #1 spot for used cars Manheim is probably not bringing any business into the company. Now if you go to Google and you type in used cars Lancaster, PA, okay, and you hit search, you'll see that they are actually on page 13. Now I can guarantee you that nobody is going to page 13 on any search. People get to page 1, maybe page 2. But in order for you to get in front of the traffic, you need to really ideally be in one of the top 3 spots on Google to get a good percentage of that traffic to your site. By Google's estimates, if you had a site in the #1 spot, you'd get around 50% of the traffic would actually click through and visit your site. So if you had a website in the #1 position for used cars in Lancaster, you'd get about 800 people to visit your site, and then you can pre-sell them on your, obviously your business, try and get them into the dealership. And an additional 800 people a month looking at your site is going to bring in quite a bit more business. But there's a lot of different reasons why Manheim Car King is not in the #1 page of Google, and it's just the focus, the way that the site is built, the SEO, search engine optimization it's called. There's two different kinds. There's on-page and there's off-page. The on-page SEO here, as you can see, this is called the title tag at the top. It doesn't mention Lancaster at all, and it probably doesn't mention Lancaster very much in here. However, that's not the only problem. There's a lot of other issues. On-page SEO, roughly makes up about 30% of ranking. Off-page SEO is a lot more important. That probably makes up about 70% of how Google ranks. And off-page means backlinks, pretty much, where you have backlinks coming from other sites to yours. Let's say you have a blog and you love Manheim Car King, and you go ahead and you put a link back to them. That's called a backlink, and that's a vote for the site. And the more backlinks you have, the more votes you have. And so if you're, let's say, these two dealerships, Manheim Car King and Lancaster Car Company, which is also in Manheim, which is also on page 1. If you type in used cars in Manheim, they're in the 4th position. but they're on page 8 for Used Cars Lancaster as well. So basically, they're optimized a little bit better. Maybe they have more backlinks, Manheim Car King, than Lancaster Car Company. That's why they're in the #1 position. But for most business owners and most website designers, they don't know how to do SEO. Website design and internet marketing are two totally different things. Website designers are really nice, really good at making nice, pretty websites that are appealing to the eye, function properly, maybe have some nice video or audio on them. But you really need, if you're going to be marketing on the internet nowadays, you really need to know or have somebody that knows internet marketing to be able to help you. And the funny thing about it is that Google changes constantly. They're always changing their algorithms. They're always changing the way they rank sites. So if you don't have a marketer that knows and stays up to date, I've seen people, so-called SEO companies out there that really don't know SEO very well. And it's a shame because it's so misunderstood by people. And I think the problem is the value of a website in a consumer's eye, in a business eye, is nil, because most businesses are sick and tired of spending money on sites that don't produce any money for them. If your site's not producing any money for you, it's a complete waste. So I hope you kind of understand a little bit about what I'm trying to get at here with this video. It's really important to get out there in front of all the traffic that's already out there looking for you. And I can guarantee you, no matter what kind of business you have, there's probably people searching online for you. So if you'd like to chat a little bit and get a free consultation, I take a look at your site. We can pick it apart a little bit, and I can explain to you why you're not where you should be, and we can see if there is a value, because not all businesses really need to be in the #1 spot. It depends on a lot of different factors, but this is just one aspect of selling online. If your site's not in front of, traffic is the first thing. If your site's not in front of people, then the rest of it doesn't really matter. The sales process and your sales funnel, all that stuff is pretty much nil. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, and we'll see you in the next one.